Welcome back, Steve's Retirement Corner. Final expense Friday. Life insurance options. Hey man, real quick. This Sunday's Mother's Day. I want to wish all you moms out there a happy Mother's Day. I hope it's a special day for you. Hope it's filled with good food, family, fun, and a lot of love and laughter. And if you got a chance to spend some time with your mom this weekend, be sure and give her a hug and tell her you love her before you go. It's just something small, but it'll make her happy, and you'll be glad you did. But anyways, life insurance. Last year, just after Christmas, my mom died, and needless to say, these past few months I've been a little bit busy, handling everything, taking care of everything. And it's been a process. It's nowhere near as daunting a process as I thought it was going to be. But it's a lot of paperwork, a lot of record keeping, meetings and stuff like that, appointments or whatever you got to call it. And so I've learned a lot of stuff I never had to deal with before. And so I figured I'd make a couple of Friday videos, kind of going over the process. And some tweaks that me and the baby are going to put in our plan. How's that? Nothing major, just the basic stuff. Importance of a will, power of attorney, and all that stuff. Title in your accounts, beneficiaries, stuff like that. Just stuff I learned, and some tweaks we're going to put on it for ourselves. Mom and Dad had never had any life insurance except what the plant provided for them. But once they retired, they put in a daggone, got them a CD, and every once in a while they'll slip a little bit of money in it. And it worked out fine for us. It was a big help to us. So that's what me and the baby are going to do. And I think life insurance is like everything else. It's a personal decision, man. It should be based on your daggone own situation. Mama was single. She had no debt, had no dependents. She was able to stick a little bit back for her burial and funeral and stuff, and her life insurance really wasn't needed in her case. If she'd have been married and had a mortgage and maybe some other debt, or maybe she had a kid that was had a disability or something and might need some care later on, a good-sized life insurance policy would have been a better option for her. I know, hey man, thinking about your own death and talking about it or planning for it is not exactly a hot topic for conversation. But dying's expensive, and for me, it pays to have a little idea about how I'm going to go about it. Pay for it, Because, to me, I look at it as my last gift to my family. I can be in an uncomfortable situation for a little bit to relieve some of their pain and suffering in a time of need. And when they're not in their right mind, you know what I mean? So looking at it like that, it's not as a doom and gloom situation as it is. So, but it's, even if you don't have life insurance, you choose not to get it, or you can't get it for health reasons or whatever, there are ways you can help your loved ones out. To help with the cost of it, to defer cost or whatever, One of them is simple that Mom and Dad did, and it was a big help to me and Tam. It was just something extra that we didn't need at that time, with the world going crazy, you know what I mean? And that was, they bought their plots early. That's one less thing we had to deal with at the time. And cremation's always a possibility, and it tends to be a lot cheaper to go that route. If it pays to look at your options, I think, before you make any decisions on anything. It just helps me anyways. And hey man, annuities are huge for retirees. mostly because it helps with income. But they can also have a daggone death benefit to them. There's a guy on here. I don't know anything about your annuities, just the bare basics. We looked into them, and we decided not to for us. But like I said, it's it's a personal decision, and it can be a help to you, and annuity's a big help. But there's a guy on here that is Stan the Annuity Man. He's a big annuity guy. Watch a few of his videos. Go talk to your insurance agent about it, and check it out. I think it's an option that's really worth checking out. I mean, because it gives you money while you're alive, and when you pass, it can be a benefit to your family in their time of need. If you're a veteran, that can be a big savings, because you get a free marker. When Dad died in October 21, and Mom died December last year, and just for the funeral services and everything it takes to get them buried, Dad was 15 grand and Mom was a little over 18. So it's gone up a little bit, almost, well, about $1,000 a year, just for the same kind of service. But if you add in Mom's marker, I mean, that was 6 grand we had to pay for that. We didn't have that on Dad. You have to have your discharge papers. I don't know, I think it's a DD 214 or something like that. I got Dad's in the house still. But that's a big savings. I mean, that's 25% savings right off the top. So, I mean, that's an option too. That's one that a lot of people don't think about. And then, well, we didn't think about it either. Had no idea about it until we was burying Dad. And the lady there at the graveyard was talking about it. She mentioned it. And then another big one, a huge one, is prepaying, because you're paying for tomorrow at today's prices. I mean, it can be a big cost savings to you, and you get to plan everything. You can plan it right on down the line. That's a big relief to her. That can be a big relief to your family members. It's cost-wise, and but the thing about that, the reason we didn't go to that, is you gotta be careful to daggone fine print. I mean, if you move out of state, is it going to transfer with you, or is it only good in your state, or is it only good at that local funeral home, or however it works? You need to understand that. And another one was does it have an inflation provision in it? Because we know a lady down the street down there, she bought one for her daughter, and when it come time to bury that, she actually had to come out of her pocket for some money, even though she prepaid. Had something to do with the granite. I think the price of granite went up a certain amount or whatever, so she had to come off and pay the difference. And even that would be a big help, because that sure beats, 2 grand sure beats 20,000 any day. You know what I mean? But just be sure and check into that kind of stuff, because you'd hate to have to pay for 2 funerals. You know, life insurance is a great option. It depends on your situation, or whether it's the right one for you, and you just kind of have to figure out what's going to be the right way for you to go. And it might be a combination of 2 or 3 different things. So, I mean, for me, I mean, it's not like I sit down and think about it 24/7 or anything, but a few minutes here and there. And now that I've been through the final process for Mama, with Dad it was kind of easy, because everything just transferred over to Mom. You know, I've learned some things, and some things we want to use in our plan and tweak it a little bit. It's something I can do for them while I'm still alive. It's going to help them when I pass. That's the way I look at it. I don't know. It's sort of like my exercise. I exercise more for the baby than I do for me. You know, it's a little way I can help them, and it not really be that big a deal for me. But anyways, now that I've ruined your weekend, you go out and try to have a good one. I tell you what, man, they're not all going to be doom and gloom. This is probably the only one. The rest of them is just paperwork stuff and things you probably already know. But I still got something out of doing every one of them. And it's allowing us to improve our, our plan for later on. I don't know. But y'all take care of yourselves, man, and we'll talk with y'all later.